The Living Word in the City, Part 17, The War of the Nations. Where even as the remnant in Chicago glimpses the light of the new kingdom, the last rebellion of mankind rises. Prophecy unfolds. Nations that refuse the Lamb gather for one last battle. Episode 129, The Rumors of War. The peace of the remnant was shaken. Travelers arrived from afar, whispering of armies marching, coalitions of surviving nations refusing to submit to Christ. They call it the last alliance, one said, trembling. Their plan: surround Chicago, the city where the river of life had begun to flow, and crush it before the kingdom could spread. Elisha prayed aloud. Why did the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? Episode 130, The Council in Bronzeville. Leaders of the remnant gathered in an old, broken, Church of Christ building lit by candles. Some said, we must arm ourselves. Others argued, we must flee. Darnell stood firm. The battle is the Lord's. If we fight by the sword, we perish by it. But if we stand in His word, no army can prevail against us. Episode 131, The Siege Begins. Columns of soldiers marched down the highways into the city outskirts, armored vehicles rolling through abandoned neighborhoods. The remnant huddled together, singing psalms in the dark. Explosions rocked the night. Yet amid the smoke, an angelic host shimmered faintly on the rooftops, unseen by the invaders. Episode 132, The Blasphemous Banner. The armies erected banners over Grant Park, sigils of rebellion, declaring, the earth belongs to man. The remnant wept at the sight. Elisha whispered, this is Babel all over again. Darnell clenched his Bible. And the Lord will answer, as He did then. Episode 133, The Trumpet of Zion. At midnight, a sound thundered through the city, not from the armies, but from heaven. A trumpet blast shook skyscraper ruins. Windows shattered. The remnant shouted in unison, the Lord reigns. The armies stumbled in confusion, some dropping weapons, their radios filled with static. Episode 134, The Fire from Heaven. The coalition unleashed missiles at the remnant's gathering in Douglas Park. But before the fire touched ground, flames from heaven descended, swallowing the weapons midair. The armies trembled. Some fled. Others cursed louder, their leaders shouting, stand. Do not fear their God. But fear spread like a plague among them. Episode 135, The Shaking of the Nations. An earthquake split the ground across the west side. Tanks and soldiers fell into crevices. Yet not a single remnant believer was harmed. The faithful lifted their voices, the Lord is my rock and my salvation, whom shall I fear? Episode 136, The King Goes Forth. As dawn broke, a vision appeared over Lake Michigan. A rider on a white horse, eyes blazing, crowned with many crowns, and a robe dipped in blood. On his thigh was written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The remnant fell to their knees, while the nations trembled in terror. The final war had begun.